Thank you, John. I'm sorry about the notes. I'm a late replacement for Carol Thatcher. I'm a bit wary of handing out gongs to politicians, but it did give me a great excuse to get out of a banking awards dinner I was hosting this evening. But this is always a great occasion. I remember 6 years ago meeting Tony Benn on this very occasion, and he said, "Oh, hello, you still doing me?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Oh, that's good, because if you stop doing me, I feel in some way I don't matter." But he said, "Please don't do me this week, because I'm off to see Saddam Hussein." And I said, "Oh, really, when are you seeing him?" He said, "I'm going to see him on Saturday or Sunday, because I'm going to be in Leeds on Tuesday." It's a different world now. It's a very strange world, the kind of world that if your bank manager rings you up about a loan, you don't know if you're borrowing money from him or he's borrowing money from you. British jobs for Scottish people. I do feel a bit sorry. He's not only has he got to run the country, he's got to run the banks as well, Gordon Brown. David Cameron asked him a question the other day. He said, "Cashier number 4, please." If you asked anyone who's been shining a light through this economic gloom, always ready with the apt comment, the accurate analysis, the brilliant insight, they'd come up with one name: Robert Peston. I'm sorry. Vince Cable. Vince is the man who knows. Vince, as a dancer, he knows how to do the bossa nova. As an economic spokesman, he knows how to do the boss a favour with his brilliant parliamentary performances. We've recently seen the transfer market in football. There's actually a transfer market in politicians as well. Few people realise, actually, I did put in an offer last week before the window closed of £15 million for Vince Cable. They turned it down. They said they'd only accept it if I took Lembit Upik as well. What more can I say about Vince Cable? He was, I think I'm right in saying, the original inspiration for F. Scott Fitzgerald's Curious Case of Benjamin Button, the man who was born aged 87 and got younger every year. When Obama took over the White House, he asked for two things: the cooperation of the American people and Vince Cable's phone number. He knits sweaters for charity. He's a dab hand at Sudoku. He's the kind of man that gives politicians a good name. If there was a bonus system for politicians, unlike many, Vince Cable would be entitled to one, and unlike many, being the kind of man he is, he would decline it. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Opposition Spokesman of the Year, Vince Cable.
Well, thanks, Rory, and thanks for the applause. This is clearly the year of the economy, and it's been an opportunity for the boring economic anoraks to emerge from the shadows. And when I discovered that Robert Peston wasn't eligible for this award, I saw the road to victory opening up. But I thought I'd briefly drop the veil of modesty and explain to you a little bit about what being a political celebrity really involves. My year got off to a wonderful start with storming to victory in the independent celebrity Lego building competition with a model of the Bank of England manufactured by my staff. I then discovered that I was cutting through to the wide public, and I discovered this when I got an email from a group of young women establishing a fan club and asking if they could name their office Gillfish after me, which and then I also began to realise I was getting through to parts of the media that no Liberal Democrat had previously reached. And it reached its climax with a big feature in a magazine called Hair Salon Weekly. But I think I finally got there, because the ambition I've had for many years is to write for a progressive left-wing newspaper on a regular basis. And as some of you may have seen, my wish finally came true this weekend when I launched my column in the Mail on Sunday. The sense of triumph was slightly overshadowed when I saw that there'd been an editorial decision to place my column immediately opposite a very large feature on Kate Winslet's bottom. And it was even more overshadowed when I turned over the page and discovered that both Kate and myself had been relegated from the centre pages to make way for a very large spread on the sex life of my distinguished colleague from Montgomeryshire, Mr. Opie. However, this is I mean, we enjoy the laughter here, but this is a sombre time. Many people in this country will suffer great hardship in the next few years. And I think our job as politicians and as communicators is to try to understand and relate to them and to expose the complacency and the immorality that is going on and being exposed on a daily basis. And that's what I shall continue to do. Thank you.